Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So tonight we are going to be doing a midnight message reading. So that's why it is a little bit dim in here compared to what it normally is. So I felt drawn to do this reading. We are going to take a look and see what spirit is presently around you, and unconditionally loving spirit is around you, and how are they helping you, why are they coming through, who are they, and just tap in here to see what spirit or spirits are currently assisting you, guiding you, wanting to say something to you, give you some kind of messages here. Okay, so we have 3 groups to choose from, but before we make our selection, as always, let's go ahead and call in spirit and set the intention here. Okay, so spirit, I trust that you will guide those souls to this message here today if it's right for them. So we're setting the intention here that if you are drawn to the title, to the thumbnail, or if this pops up randomly, then it could be for you. And I trust that spirit will guide whoever it's for, and will guide you to the correct pile as well. Allow me to be an open and a clear channel today, Spirit, for picking up here on what loving guide or spirit of any kind surrounds the viewers of this reading for these 3 groups, and what do they want to communicate here tonight. Okay. So we also are going to set the incense or light the incense for each of these to kind of represent the energy and pick up from there the spirit that's coming through. Okay, so group number 1, you are going to be white sage. Group number 2, you are going to be good vibes. And group number 3, you are going to be sweet earth. Okay, so group 1, group 2, group 3, go ahead and choose whichever one you feel most connected to. You can take a moment, especially for this type of reading, to set the intention for this spirit to come forth, to reveal themselves, and see which one connects with you the most. The timestamps are going to be down below, and whenever you're ready, we will jump into group number 1. Hello, group number 1. If you chose the white sage incense, let's go ahead and see what we can pick up on and channel into here for you. So I already pulled your incense out here from here. And let's go ahead and light it and see what we have come through. So we are setting the intention for group number 1, any of the souls who are here, who are present and watching this reading. So what spirit, unconditionally loving spirit, surrounds group number 1? So may they reveal who they are, why they're coming through, how can the viewer identify them, and what might they want to say today for the viewers watching for group number 1. Okay, so let's just get the energy moving a bit here. Let's see, group number 1. Who is this spirit that surrounds you? How can they identify themselves? Okay, so this is a spirit that is definitely closely watching you. I'm hearing all the time, so this could be definitely a spirit that I don't want to say like follows you, but is around you a lot. And we are connecting to, like I mentioned, like unconditionally loving spirits here. So this is somebody here, or a soul, who watches you a lot, follows you. There's something very specific coming up for somebody about your finances. They could be either helping you with your finances, or for somebody, if you do some kind of work with finances, they could be helping you in that job. But I feel like for others of you, this is more of just helping you financially, or watching over your finances, protecting your finances. And I will pull some cards, by the way, in a minute here, but I just want to get the energy open. I just forgot to say that in the beginning. Who is this spirit coming through for group number 1 that surrounds you? Yeah, very close to you. This is definitely a spirit who maybe has been with you for a very long time. So maybe has always guided you, always watched over you. If you are very connected to spirit and to your, spiritual gifts, you may be feeling their presence, or you always kind of feel that there is somebody watching over you. And I feel like it is this spirit coming through. Yeah, I'm hearing like near or far. There could be something about also, maybe something about like different countries is coming up. So travel, something like that, different cultures. So I don't know if maybe this soul was if they were living on Earth, they may have been someone who traveled a lot, or who is very interested in learning about new cultures, maybe even ancient civilizations or something like that is coming through. But I do feel kind of like an airy element coming up here. So maybe somebody who was quite intellectual, or they are helping you with those kinds of things now, those skills now at this point. And I'm also getting something about a child here. So I feel like this spirit has been with you since you were a child, maybe since you were very young, okay? Maybe even when you were born, or just as a small child. I'm hearing the name Matthew. So take that what that resonates for somebody. Who is the spirit coming up for group number 1? Yeah, something playful here too. They could have connected with you. I don't know why I can't talk. When you were a child, so maybe when you were playing, maybe outside, or they could be helping you to connect with your inner child now. They also connect with you when you are using some kind of divination tools, so tarot, or just your intuition, your dream state, maybe something to where they're using that, or as you use that, they connect with you through that. So that can really open up the connection to this spirit. They also want you to really free yourself from whatever could be holding you back. Whatever they see is happening for you, that you are trapped in, or that you're limiting yourself with, or maybe like an unhealthy situation for some of you, they really are encouraging you to get out of that. This feels kind of like a masculine to me, a masculine type of energy. So they could have been a man if this is like a passed on loved one. We'll get some more detail in a moment, but it could be a man, or they could embody a very more masculine quality here. And they're really encouraging you to pull back your power, and they want to see you strong, and removing yourself from things that don't serve you. Okay, so we're going to keep this incense flowing, and I'm going to pull a few cards here. Okay, so let's get a card from here to see what kind of representation we have of this spirit that's coming through for group number 1. Who is the spirit that is surrounding you? How would they like to show themselves? Something about your shoulder blades or your shoulder. So they could be next to you, like a lot. Like I said, they're close to you. Something about like close proximity though. So you may feel their presence for some of you. If you have felt somebody like put a weight on your shoulder, or put their hand on your shoulder, that could be them. Okay, so we have this image here. So let's see. This is actually kind of a bit of a mischievous spirit, I feel. Again, I was getting something about like a playful energy before. So they may have like a childlike energy. Something about this gives me like a mischievous feeling. So maybe when you're having fun, they're around you. Or again, when you were a child, maybe they have known you or been guiding you since that time. Could be kind of like a childlike, yeah, like a childlike spirit. And I feel like this is a spirit that likes to see you happy, and they really advocate for and they're really passionate about freedom and like living your best life and wanting to really be very protective of you. This is a very protective spirit, and they really feel like something about wearing yellow. They like when you wear yellow. Okay, or this could kind of bring a sense of like optimism to your life. It could kind of boost you up, or it could feel they want you to be more optimistic or to have that playful kind of touch. I'm hearing blue eyes. So again, if this is somebody that you recognize as being like a passed on loved one, they could have had blue eyes, or maybe you have blue eyes. The eyes are very significant here. So something about very strong, piercing eyes or very benevolent eyes. They want you to try new things. Yeah, try new things. Cars is coming up, a love for cars, maybe like vintage cars or collectible items or antiques, but cars is coming through. Yeah, it feels very wise, like a wise spirit, a wise soul who has like a nice balance between like deep wisdom while also having that playful element to themselves and to what they're guiding you with. Who is this spirit around group number 1? Yeah, and they're going to actually be around you for the rest of your life here, I'm getting. Very much like maybe comes in and out. So at times that they feel like you need some assistance or protection definitely is coming up. They may swoop in. So they may be somebody who is definitely, or a soul that's very in and out of your life, even though they're always there, but there may be other times where they're more prominently in your life. And I'm hearing in times of change, most significantly. So if you're changing, a big change in your life, if you're going through something, or if you're moving locations or something that feels like it's a bit stressful, or that you are needing a change, you're needing like a renovation. I'm even getting this guide or this spirit or guide, whoever could be, also helps you when it comes to refreshing things that are stale. So maybe even encouraging you or guiding you to like new furniture, or again, like new experiences, new interests, new hobbies, new people, something to where they want you to freshen things up that are stale. And that could be how you also notice their presence, because they're always going to come in with like a lightness. They're always going to come in with a desire to revamp things, to bring a freshness to things, to bring a playful touch to things. And yeah, that's what's coming up here. I'm also hearing soft spoken. Okay, so again, they could have been very soft spoken in their lifetime. They could also speak to you very gently if you do connect with them. And if you know who this is, I feel like this is definitely a very, again, like soft, it feels like soft, flowy, caring kind of spirit. Something about a long neck. Okay, I don't know. Long neck. School. I'm getting something about teacher or a school. Yeah, not for everybody, but if this is coming through as a passed on loved one or someone that is on the other side, they could have passed when they were quite young, or what would be fairly young, you know, not like in their elderly years. Okay, so either younger or like midlife. Okay, if that is someone that you may recognize, for some, not for everybody. But they have such a lightness about them is what was coming through. What does this spirit want to tell you? What does this spirit want to tell you? Group number 1. Yeah, they want you to live your life to the fullest. We have the Knight of Candles, which is the Knight of Wands. What do they want to tell you? Yeah, wanting to bring in some kind of fire, some sort of invigoration, change things up, shake things up. We have the 6 of Cups, and here at the bottom we have the 8 of Wands. Go after your dreams, I just heard. Go after your dreams. And these little stars here too, like on the eyebrows. You know, it's kind of like there's something about dreaming big, or they want you to dream big. They want you to look forward, look up. Yeah, there's definitely a strong message here for somebody specific, that there's something that you're involved in right now. I know this is going to be only for a few people. It's not going to be for everyone. But if you're in a relationship right now, or if you're doing something, some kind of addiction maybe, or a toxic relationship, or something that you know at your core that is not good for you, like this is not good for you, I do feel like this spirit really, really wants you to leave that. They really want you here to get a move forward, get a move on. I don't normally say get a move on, so maybe they said that or something, but I do feel like this is, there's something of like connecting to the heart, like we're supposed to have, you know, love, like unconditional love, and somewhere along the way this is lacking for you, or you don't have that where you are, or you haven't experienced that, and so they really want that for you. Okay. I'm hearing some people are sharks. Okay, so I don't know, something about calling people sharks, or like some people are sharks. You may not be able to trust everyone. Let's get one card from here. Anything else about how this guide is showing up for you, and like what, you know, where are they? How can you recognize them? Anything else they want to say? Something about a school keeps coming through. So they may have, again, been with you when you were in school. I am seeing my own personal, like middle school or elementary school. So this could be something to where they were with you around that time period once again. Or if you work there on something. Let's see. We have here the Bright Mother. I don't know if I'm able to show that on YouTube, so I'll just put it like this. And then we also have here, I can't really read this, but we have this here. Okay, anything else about how they show up for you, what they want to say to you, how they connect with you? The Dark Lady. For someone specific, they could also connect with you through poetry that you write, or some kind of like deep creative work. If you haven't done this yet, this could be what they want you to kind of like dive into. Something that could be expressing the depths of your emotions, or really like digging deep into that, writing poetry that expresses the depths of your soul and emotions, or artwork that you create. Okay, that could be for some. They connect with you through your own self, like through your subconscious, through dreams, something that's a reflection of like you. It's kind of interesting. I feel like Again, this creature here looks a bit mischievous as well. So someone here could be going through a Saturn return, or they were heavily with you during your Saturn return. Opening your heart. They definitely could connect with you through like heart chakra openings, heart chakra activations, wanting you to open your heart. Something about when it rains, they're around when it rains, or you like to go out in the rain. I'm hearing don't stuff it all away. Don't stuff all of your emotions away. Yeah, so they want you to express your emotions. They want you to let your heart out, let your emotions out. Not everything in life is promised, I'm hearing, but we do have to like make an effort or to live our best lives as much as we possibly can. That's their guidance. Be careful who you interact with. Be careful who you're around when something doesn't feel right. Misery loves company. So people who may not be the best people to be around. Because I feel like this guy, the last thing I'll say here is they really want to emphasize how there's something very clean and like high vibrational and sort of light again about this specific spirit. And so they don't enjoy when people are either rubbing off their negative energy onto you, or when it clouds your ability to be happy, because they really seem to feel like that's very important to, I keep getting that, like live life to the fullest. And lastly, they want to say that if you have not found love, they want you to know that when the right person comes along, you will know. And they could also be assisting you with your love life, helping to guide you to somebody who is right for you, somebody who is a good match for you, somebody who really, that you deserve somebody of high value, and someone who is really going to feel very appreciative and respectful of you. They want that for you. They want someone to see what they see in you. And yeah, so that's what I'm getting here for you, group number 1. I hope that this was helpful or interesting. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, and thank you for this spirit for showing up here today and providing this information. I just felt like we needed to say a proper goodbye. But yeah, thanks so much for being here. And if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love. Hello, group number 2. If you chose this Good Vibes incense, let's go ahead and see what we can pick up on and channel into here for you. So who is the spirit that is around you right now, group number 2? So what do they want to say? Who could they be? How could you identify them? And why are they coming through around you? So I've already taken out your incense here. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to start by just setting the intention with the incense and picking up on the overall vibe from the incense smoke of this spirit. And then we'll go into some cards and get a bit deeper into it. I was hearing the name Julia when I started recording this reading. So somebody's name here could be Julia. If there is a spirit that is a passed on loved one, and if it matches, what comes up here, somebody could be named Julia. So let's see, group number 2. Anybody who is here, who is present for group number 2. So I'd like to ask for the spirit that is unconditionally loving, that is surrounding group number 2 right now, that wants to come forward. So who is this spirit? Who is this soul? Who is this guide? And what do they want to say? So let's just allow the energy to come in first. Okay, this is a very powerful spirit, very powerful guide. Most are guides is why I say that. I mean, not most, I guess, but most in this reading today. This is a very powerful soul, a very powerful spirit, and they are, wow, yeah, like very powerful energy coming up here. It feels a bit overwhelming in a way, but I do feel like you could be a very powerful soul, and that's also why they're coming up around you, because I feel like they want you to also recognize your power and your abilities. And I feel like this spirit could be either have been really into cooking if they are someone who has passed over. They could also be helping you with cooking, or maybe herbs. Some sort of herbal magic could be coming up as well, using herbs, kind of like a witchy vibe maybe coming through here. Okay, so this spirit is definitely quite, what's the word? Like very straightforward, very blunt. This is a spirit that does not hesitate on speaking their mind. It feels like there's a, how to describe it? Just a very like straightforward, like there's no sugarcoating here. There's no beating around the bush. If something is not right, if something is deceptive, if you are needing to know a certain truth, they will be very blunt about it, maybe even triggering. This is, again, a very powerful presence. So they are well aware of their power, but it's something to do with like, I'm hearing, I've been around the block. Okay, so this, yeah, I feel like this spirit it's actually kind of funny, but they're also very respectable, I feel. I feel like they are just like, I don't know, what's the right word to describe? Just very black and white, but at the same time, they are, you know, loving, and it kind of gives me a bit of like either a very motherly energy or possibly a very fatherly energy. I can't kind of tell. It could be split here between two, and we'll see what else comes up as we go. But there is something that feels like this is how it is. This is what I want to teach you. This is kind of like what I've learned. I've been around the block. I know what I'm talking about. And they really want to help you with that. Either for you to take on that perspective, or to be very clear with you about things that they don't feel are good for you or right for you, or just to help to give their side of things, or to help to guide you. But they're going to be very straightforward with that. And there's very specific things coming up here. And again, they're a little bit funny to me because of how they're coming through. Just take what resonates. But for some, maybe you're spending too much on, I'm hearing frivolous items. So maybe you're spending a lot of money on things that you don't need, and they want to call somebody out for that. It could be shopping for like unnecessary things that you don't, that maybe you already have enough of something, or you have enough clothes or something like that. Of course, you know, do whatever you want to do. This is just what's coming up here for somebody. And they are really, they feel very passionately and very strongly about doing what's right, and very strong opinions to, it's so interesting, like to what they feel is right. If this does sound like somebody who's passed on, then you would probably know exactly who I'm talking about, because I don't feel like this type of person you can you know, like not remember or dismiss, because it feels like their presence is like this or was like this. But even if you hadn't had known them, you know, it could be like an ancestor. It could be someone that has, you know, lived on earth before as well, even if they weren't connected directly to you. So during their lifetime, they could have been this type of way, or they feel like they've been able to learn a lot from their lifetimes, and they they feel like they know what's right, and they feel like a very, very wise soul, something with the third eye here too. So they could be, you may connect with them through your psychic gifts, or you yourself, again, are strongly psychic maybe, or you have a very strong intuition. And so that's why they have been showing up around you, is for this match of energy to happen here between the two of you. But I do feel like they could be helping you with your psychic gifts, helping you to develop them. Also, music is coming up. If you are a musician, or if you ever feel called to just put on some music and listen to different songs, I feel like they are around you then, or they're guiding you to certain songs, okay? Also, something with the bathtub. Maybe they like when you take baths. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this incense going, but we're going to pull some cards here. So how can this spirit identify themselves? How would they like to show themselves? How would they like to identify themselves? Group number 2. Again, if this is a passed on loved one, just take what fits. I'm getting something about Germany, Poland. Yeah, Germany and Poland, Austria, maybe somewhere around that area. How would they like to identify themselves? Group number 2. Okay. Yeah, so this feels to be, for the most part, like a feminine kind of energy is what I'm getting. I feel like, I'm hearing that again, I've been around the block. Yeah, it feels like a feminine presence for the most part, and there's like a highly evolved feminine energy to where there can be a lot of love in the heart, a lot of compassion, but very clear boundaries as to where those lines are and what is tolerated and what isn't. And I feel like that's who they are. They have, yeah, this is definitely this soul has definitely incarnated on earth maybe many times. So they have been well aware of the struggles that maybe you are going through. Doesn't seem to be, this is definitely someone that is like relatable, like a spirit that is relatable in terms of like not a, someone who's lived on earth a lot, okay? And I feel like this soul is really wanting you to be discerning about the people that you have around you, because that is something that they have gone through, that they had to go through in their lifetime or lifetimes. And I feel like they might be wanting you to really get in touch with a certain level of self-respect and self-love within yourself, especially if you're a woman. You don't have to be, but it does feel like this is for a divine feminine who's maybe in the process of growing into themselves for you, the viewer. And they really want to see that within you. They really want you to access your full potential, but by doing so, it's taking a certain level of mastering kind of the ocean. So mastering the emotions or the spiritual world, something with the water elements here. So bathtubs, again, if you feel called to take baths, or if you spend time near an ocean or a lake or a river, I feel like this spirit is around you a lot there. They could guide you to certain water bodies, but it feels like it's in order to help to kind of like balance and grow and activate your highest potential spiritually and emotionally, which is going to take a bit of like molding that ocean into a calm, kind of serene environment with boundaries, with clear, with deep love and deep emotions, but also a stillness at the top, if that makes sense. And I feel like this particular spirit is really wanting that for you. Definitely something about the ocean. Okay, so they want you to spend time near the ocean if you can. Maybe take a trip near the ocean, or they may have lived near the ocean. So a lot of the same stuff is coming up here. So let's see if there's anything else. What do they want to tell you? Group number 2, anything else that they want to say to you? Very random side notes coming up here, but some of you may need to change your tires, okay? Again, they really want to help you out when it comes to things that they feel are important, that maybe it feels very like parental to me. So if you have tires that are worn down, they want you to change your tires. What do they want to say to you, group number 2? This could be a parent that has passed on for some of you. And if they resonate with the other qualities that I've been saying, I could definitely see it being a parent. We have the 9 of Wands. What do they want to tell you? Yeah, they want you to keep going. They want you to keep persevering. They don't want you to give up on life, on certain goals, certain aspirations that you have. I feel like maybe they see that you are struggling a bit. They really want to be there for you. Yeah, the High Priestess. Like I said, very powerful soul here. Look at this crow. It says, "Let my heart be still a moment and this mystery explore." Yeah, I'm getting like a crone kind of energy, like definitely a high priestess, someone who may have been a high priestess in their life. Very wise, feminine energy. And they keep wanting to say that you are that too. You have the same gifts. So could definitely be an ancestor who has passed on gifts to you. Especially psychic gifts, the gift of maybe being a seer, of having they're saying there's a balance with that, you know, which I can understand as well. Like when we do have these types of gifts, there's also, most of us have had to go through a lot of heavy shadow work, and that's what's coming up here too. So with this crow, there's pros and cons with the role, you know, of being a high priestess. And they are very familiar with that, and they want to let you know that they understand how the shadows can sometimes become overwhelming, how you can kind of get lost in that, and it's not an easy path to follow, but they are proud of you. It's just a very like stoic proud. It's a very like, not that they're not emotionally connected to you or that they don't have love for you, but it's a very like, it's a very well balanced between like masculine, feminine kind of love, like a bit teacher, a bit distant, but having a lot of protection and love for you. We have the Hermit. Yeah, and I really do feel strongly like this spirit, this soul has been through a lot of hardship in their lifetime. I definitely feel like this could be an ancestor for a lot of you. They have also been through a lot of hardship, and they keep wanting to say that it feels like they fully understand the need to also respect and honor the darker times of our lives, not just the light, not just focusing on what's working and what's kind of all love and light. They are encouraging you to also access and to maybe dip into a bit more of your shadow side, because that's where the power is. That's kind of how you are able to pull all of that out as you heal and as you transmute that. But there's also so much power there. If we're only going to be focusing on the love and light and we're not going to actually be doing the inner work, it's going to limit and put a cap on how much we can grow, especially with this high priestess. So if you are somebody who is developing your psychic gifts, if you are somebody who is walking this path of already being, a reader, high priestess yourself, I do feel like this is where they want to say that like pain is fuel. Pain is fuel to keep moving forward and to keep growing as the soul that you are. Don't be afraid of the darkness. Anything else to how they connect with you? Anything else for what they want to say here? Okay, I can't really read these because it's dark and also the writing is a bit difficult to read, but we have that card there. Anything else to how they connect with you, what they want? Something about a farm. Again, they could have lived on a farm or something with like cornfields or, farming, agriculture. The sage. Wow. For someone specific, you may be maybe the black sheep of the family, or you may have been through, again, your own struggles here, and they really are wanting to like root for you, so that like to root for you to overcome something that maybe you feels insurmountable, or maybe just a very traumatic or difficult past that you've been through. They're really, like really on your side, really rooting for you. And I'm hearing, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Yeah, they want you to kind of open yourself up, distribute yourself outward. Be open to new opportunities. If this is about love or if this is about work, don't put all of your eggs into one basket is what they're saying here. And I feel like you'll get the hang of it, I'm also hearing. Especially if you are doing something creative or doing something spiritual or trying to follow a certain path that you really want for yourself, but it's a bit like you have to practice at it. They're saying that you will get the hang of it, or they could be guiding you to work on something right now. You will get into the flow of it. Okay, you will get the hang of it. Could be painting, could be writing, could be music, could be being a reader. So this particular soul is mainly around you when you are tapping into the depths of yourself. So maybe when you are creating art, or when you are doing some form of divination as well, or maybe when you are meditating or doing shadow work or journaling. That's when they're heavily around you the most. And they know you very well. they're also like training you at something spiritually. They're training you, they're helping you to evolve. And I'm being shown someone like, almost like in the Hunger Games, when something like hitting the target right in the middle, and something like that. Like they're helping you to have precision and strength and courage to defeat some kind of battle. Something with your fingers, your hands. I don't know if you work with your hands. Something when you use your fingers or your hands to create something, they're around you, or they're, I don't know, somehow guiding that. Yeah, but ultimately, they just want you to always remember who you are, always remember your power, and always keep your boundaries in check. Not because you are being closed off or closed-hearted, but because you have such a sacred energy that they've seen it being poured out, though, or they've seen it not really honored. And I think that for most of you, though, this spirit continuously assisting you on your high priestess journey, or to develop into the high priestess. Okay, so again, being a psychic, being a reader, being a seer, being somebody who is connecting with messages from the divine, from spirit, somebody who can channel as well. They will continuously be with you on that journey of developing those gifts further and further. And they are definitely not somebody to, it's like they really do call the shots here. That's how they're coming up. That's just how their energy is coming up. They're very loving, but it's kind of giving me like Kali type of energy. Like very loving, but also a bit distant and fierce, not having anyone tell them what to do, okay, or to be told that they're wrong, because they have acquired that position of being a very all-knowing presence here, and being someone who's able to see beyond the veils, beyond illusion, pierce through situations that are sneaky or deceptive, like a very keen intuition and feminine intuition and protection and fierceness. And so that's going to be how they communicate with you and connect with you. So that's how their energy would feel if you were to connect with them, or if you already do connect with them, then you probably know that. Okay, so they're going to be communicating in very blunt ways. And, they want you to get out of your own way. They want you to pull yourself out of that. They want you here to take back control. And they're just saying it in very simple, blunt sentences like that. Like, get out of your own way. Because it's tough love. Like, they really want this for you. Yeah. And lastly, this is a super specific message here, but there's something about protecting, or not protecting, but helping you to have like a healthy lifestyle, because maybe there's been some kind of something with your generation or your ancestors, I should say, your lineage, something that maybe, I don't know, some kind of disease, or if it's not that, just some sort of negative energy that has been persisting on and on, that somehow has created health problems or just emotional blockages that have left depression, anxieties, things that are unwanted, energies. They are wanting you to look after your health so that that doesn't happen to you as well. And you would know that because maybe you have a family that has not had, been very healthy, or lots of blocked heart, blocked emotions. They want you here to not experience that. And the way that they're saying for that is to watch your health, not just physical health, but your emotional health. Specifically the nervous system and the heart area. But again, just take that if that fits with you. It's not for everyone. But I will leave it here. I just want to thank the Spirit for coming through today and delivering these messages. I hope that this could find whoever it's meant for. Thanks so much for being here, for tuning in, and I will talk to you all. And if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love. Hello, group number 3. If you chose this Sweet Earth incense, let's go ahead and see what we can pick up on and channel into here for you about the spirit that is currently surrounding you. So let's get out your incense here. So I'm going to be using the incense initially to just kind of pick up on the spirit that's coming through, to invite in and to invoke in their energy. And then we will use some cards and go a bit deeper with some additional, some oracle cards. Okay, so Spirit, tune us in here, please, to group number 3. To anybody who was drawn here to the Sweet Earth, group number 3. So allow me to be an open and a clear channel for who is the spirit that is coming through for the viewers of group number 3. Any souls who are guided here to this message, I trust that this is for them. So may we call in whoever this spirit is of unconditional love. So we're just going to let the energy come in here for a moment until it comes through. So who is this spirit for group number 3 that is around you, that is currently guiding you and surrounding you? Okay, so this feels like a very soft energy I'm getting right away. I feel like this is a spirit who is possibly helping you right now with your emotions. Definitely around you when you're going through difficult times. Even if it's not like really difficult times, they could be around you as you are, actually I'm hearing when you're on your spiritual quest or on your spiritual journey. So maybe as you go through ups and downs, or as you go through, different kind of spiritual experiences, awakenings, that's when they're heavily around you. And I do feel like this is a very, very soft, very loving, lots of love is actually coming through here. Very highly unconditionally loving spirit. And I'm hearing the word peace as well. So they really love peace. They love to see you in a state of peace as well. I feel like they're always with you. This actually feels a bit like an angel to me. So this could be like some kind of guardian spirit that is always around you. Kind of came up for another group, but this is a bit different. This feels more like it's somehow they're connected to your soul family, to your, where you come from, like your origins. This is a very ancient connection I feel that you have with this spirit. And You definitely, for some of you, maybe not for everyone, but for some of you, you already have an established connection to where you may connect with the spirit through meditation, or you may, ask for guidance from them. You may be very well aware of their presence around you, I'm getting for some of you. And that's who would be coming through. They want you to know that you're doing a very good job with where you are right now. You are making all the right moves. You're making all the right steps forward. This definitely feels like you have had, again, lots of like an ancient connection with this spirit for over the course of many lifetimes. This is somebody who, or a soul who knows exactly what you're always going through, because this is someone, or a soul, a spirit, who knows you inside and out at a soul level. And I'm hearing, let's go the journey together. Let's take the journey together. So yeah, very loving. This almost feels like some kind of like two souls who are always doing things together, or always together. So I don't know what that is. If you have just shared many lifetimes together, and a shoulder to cry on, always there. Yeah, they're very compassionate, very loving. This feels, for group number 3, it doesn't really feel to me to be like a departed loved one, or it doesn't even feel like this soul maybe has lived on Earth, or possibly, I can't really tell, but it feels like this is very cosmic, very high vibrational spirit here. And yeah, I'm being shown like at lightning speed. They're always with you, and they can just, they can be there in just a flash of an instant. And why they're showing that to me is to kind of help make sense for you that they are there for you at all times. So whatever this is that you may need help with, definitely a guide for you, like a strong guide. You can ask them, and they will be there in a flash. They're always there, but maybe sometimes you feel disconnected, or sometimes you wonder if that's true. So they just want to remind you of that, to tell you that they will assist you with anything that you need, because they do know you very, very, very well. Yeah, this is definitely, I'm getting this spirit, this guide is helping you to be human, or helping you to kind of acclimate to the life that you have right now, that maybe feels a bit awkward for you, or maybe you are, struggling kind of with this human experience here on Earth. And I feel like they are trying to make it more enjoyable for you, or to guide you to things that can help you to have those things be more enjoyable. So even just like the little pleasures of earthly life, or bigger things such as, a fulfilling relationship, or abundance for yourself. But I do feel like they're mainly helping to open you up, and almost like a constant antenna between you and this guide. And how to explain it? It's almost like they are seeing everything that you're going through, and they want to give you information to how you can kind of like make it better, because they can see what would make it better. Little things. Yeah. So we're going to keep this incense going, but I am going to pull some cards now. So we're going to put this over here and let's see what else. So how would this spirit like to identify themselves? How would this spirit like to identify themselves to group number 3? What else would they like to say here to you? Or how would they like to identify themselves first? How are they coming through? I'm seeing like a beautiful white light here coming through. So yeah. Okay. I just heard distant land, a distant land. Yeah, they're definitely not, I don't feel like this is a spirit who has been here before. I feel like this is an other dimensional being here, and they're holding your hand. This is such a loving connection. This is, once again, they just want to say that they have been way, way back with you, and there's this beautiful kindred heart connection here that you share with this guide, with this spirit, and they're really excited to show themselves in this reading. They're really excited to say hello. You probably know that they have been around, but maybe for some of you, they haven't kind of, I guess you could say, like formally introduced themselves, or they haven't come forward in this kind of way. So there's almost like this appreciation and joy at the opportunity for you to know them now that they're there, to maybe further connect with them, because they have always been connecting with you. So very, again, loving, something with the eyes here, and how they're just a very loving soul, a very beautiful soul. And it just feels like a familiarity of, I've been here before, or like you've been, to this certain space with them before, and you share such a deep connection that can only be explained in feelings and energy and vibrations. I just heard Mozart for some reason. Okay, so I don't know if you listen to Mozart. Maybe they like that when you listen to Mozart. Butterflies, insects, they may definitely send that your way to show that they're around. I'm hearing you can do this. Yeah, it's like such a by your side friend that is always wanting to cheer you on. You can do this, whatever you're doing. You've got this. It's like they're watching from above and like understanding exactly the mission that you have, and that you are meant to play out, and they want to keep applauding you from the sidelines. I'm being shown now not just this one specific spirit or guide, but I'm being shown hundreds or thousands behind this specific one. So yeah, this is not just one, this is the main one coming up here, but you have an entire crowd of souls here like this one that are home to you. And yeah, it's such like a loving presence of just wanting to say, like, we understand you, but they're coming from such like an unconditional loving place to where there's no like ego to that. There's no, it's like, obviously, like, we're human and we can't be in that same energy, but they are encouraging and kind of hoping that you can be in a place of higher love and peace and flow, to where you can kind of dissolve the ego more and feel unconditional love for yourself, for your world, for maybe those who have hurt you, etc. And it feels like this is going to bring you so much peace, and they can see that maybe you've struggled with that, even though I don't feel like you're really struggling with it. It feels more like they just want that for you. I keep being shown this kind of funny image to where they're always around. Like I just saw, like, if you, let's say that you arrive to like a coffee shop, and then they're there, you know, like in spirit, like in the corner standing there, and then you kind of go to a restaurant somewhere, and then they're also there, and then you go to the grocery store, and then they're there. It's like they always pop up everywhere. They could even like communicate through other people to you, like maybe people who you randomly bump into, or there's something definitely about, like, they send things your way to show that they're around and that you're not alone, to keep giving you a reminder, like a nudge, like a poke. Remember your connection, like, I'm poking you, I'm nudging you for you to remember. Maybe if you slip into like a lower vibration or something, you know. So yeah, they are always around, always available. Let's see, what else do they want to say to you? I'm hearing best friends. Yeah, so they feel like your best friend's the star. Yeah, I'm definitely not surprised to see the star. And I'm just getting this, again, this beautiful sense to where maybe some of you really needed to hear this. Like maybe you felt kind of alone recently, or you felt that no one understands my path, or really struggling right now. And I just feel like this may have really come in at a good time for some of you watching, to where just knowing that there is this spirit that is connected kind of to what feels like, again, this home environment in the stars here for you. And it's like sometimes we need that connection to be reestablished, or not that it loses itself, but just that we kind of feel maybe that we've lost touch, or that there's just struggles that we go through, and it just like feels like a warm hug. So what do they want to say to you, group number 3? What does the spirit want to say to you? Oh, okay. So these flew out. We have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the, I guess I'll take all these. We have the Hermit. We have the 4 of Wands. And we have the 7 of Cups. I just heard the journey will become easier. Yeah, and with this like couple here too, I was kind of getting that. There could be something, I can't quite distinguish what exactly that is. If it's like a future kind of, or like a prediction of a love union that's coming together, or this is just this spirit and the soul again coming through to say that you have shared that kind of connection over many lifetimes. There's a unconditional love and bond. And I feel like that somehow could be coming into your life to make your journey easier. So even if it's not specifically that, in general, I feel like your journey is going to become easier, is what they want you to know. And with the Seven of Cups here, like I just mentioned a minute ago, you could be feeling a bit like in your head, a little bit down, a little confused. Maybe you feel like things are not clear right now for me. But they want you to let go. Try to let go of control here. Something specific's coming up here about if you feel like I'm hearing like I feel stupid, or I feel stupid for something. So I don't know if you feel stupid about something that you've done or that you didn't do. They really don't want you to hold on to that, because you may be getting in your own way a bit here, and they want to bring that through to say that you have such a sharp mind, you have such a intelligent mind, and you have such a like brilliant and out there kind of, mind, because of this, your connection here to being a starseed and feeling a bit different, feeling a bit like you don't fit in. But they want you to use that for positive, like really embrace your uniqueness, really embrace your unique gifts. Don't be afraid to put that out there. If you feel like you've messed up at something, or you made a fool of yourself, or if you feel like you would do that, they're coming through with such compassion and, again, unconditional love, they keep wanting to say, to make you not feel that you're alone in this feeling of being misunderstood. Or I'm hearing we have to make peace with ourselves, or we have to make peace with our past. I'm also hearing. Yeah. The Magician. Yeah, quite simply, they want you here to step into the role of the magician, not feeling that you don't have enough, or that you can't be enough, or that you don't have the tools that you need. You have so much more than you ever could imagine, so many more tools than you could ever see or imagine in front of you already, at your disposal, around you, within you, everywhere. And they feel like they want you to know that you've lost that. Not that you've lost it, you've lost something here, to where some of you have lost touch with that remembrance, okay? Or maybe just a rough patch that you're going through, and you kind of lost touch with who you really are. These things in the hair here, it's like maybe there's a lot of tangles around your crown chakra, lots of distorted thoughts and perceptions right now. And all these like books behind here too, there could be something that you're drawn to, that they're giving you hints through books, through things that you're reading, articles, maybe readings, things like that, to bring through this information to you. And I'm hearing it's not over until it's over. It's not over until it's something like it's not over. And they mean that in a way that's something about you losing hope, maybe, or feeling that you're running out of time, like with that clock here, running out of time with something. So yeah, this group definitely is a bit different. I mean, they've all actually been quite different. This one feels for sure that there's a lot of assisting you through spiritual signs, synchronicities, dreams, something through the mind. Again, I'm getting like the thoughts that you're having, the ideas that pop in your mind, the books you feel drawn to read. Lots of air element here. That's how they're connecting with you the most. Let's get some final cards. Any other messages to how this specific spirit is connecting with you, what they want to say to you? They also want you to go out and have more fun. So whatever you do for fun, try to lighten things up right now. Have more fun. It's like if they could just get you to see something in a different way or to shake you up. I'm hearing lost gifts being discovered, something like that. So with this child here, I feel like you may have some kind of lost gift that you are rediscovering, either from childhood, or this is all part of, like with this magician here, you are accessing or soon to access some kind of new skill, and they're helping you with that. We have the fairy grandmother here. Yeah, so it's kind of like I'm getting whatever you wish for. Like there's something here that you can manifest. With the magician, I do feel like this specific spirit is also letting you know how highly skilled you are at manifesting. And they're explaining that it's because of, you know, again, the complexities here of your mind, the intelligence that you have, the connection here to, with the crown chakra, lots of this like claircognizance, lots of just knowing things without having to have any explanation of how you know them. And because of this, you have, I'm hearing the word superior, like a superior gift here that you can manifest whatever reality that you choose. And I feel like you're mastering that. You may have not mastered that yet. This might not be something that you have fully developed. I mean, none of us can really like fully develop it to be, you know, like an instant or master manifester. But I do feel there's a lot. It's like there's so much to teach you or so much to show you. And it's a bit overwhelming. So maybe that's how you feel for some of you. Like there's just so much to do, so much to learn, so much to, yeah, so much to learn. We have the Lady of the Harvest. I'm hearing appreciate the little things. Appreciate the little things. Yeah, because I kind of feel your energy being a bit like it's pulled upwards, so a little bit ungrounded. And so to help with that, they want you to appreciate the little things, maybe just like the day-to-day things, the food that you eat, taking time to eat your food slowly, enjoying it, enjoying the human pleasures. Because I feel like you're going through a bit of an integration process, they're telling me, and this can feel a bit alarming or a bit jarring initially or currently. I'm hearing you're safe with me, you're safe with us. So some of you are also being invited into like this world where, like I said in the beginning, they're very happy to kind of come through here in the reading. So if it resonates with some of you, you're being guided to connect on a much deeper level with these beings. And maybe for some of you, if you have not done that, it could be a little bit scary for you, or you feel that you can kind of feel yourself opening up to something a bit unfamiliar spiritually. And they want to say that you are safe with them. You are safe during this process. And I'm seeing like these kind of bars go down, like just the gate is opening, the bars are going down. So it's definitely a bit more of a complex message because of the nature of these high dimensional beings with the magician. But you are essentially being called into this world, or what do I call it? Into this realm of creation. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm hearing don't force it, because it kind of stopped there after I said that. So this is something that is a process, nothing to force. It kind of feels like just enjoying where you are. Again, enjoy the little things. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to explore, to experiment, even if you don't get it right, or even if you're beginning to open up to kind of new skills and things like that. With this child here, that's actually what you're being drawn into, to have fun with that, to be curious with that, to not take it too seriously. Because I feel some of you with the Hermit here and this card, the Seven of Cups, that you could be, I'm hearing like diminishing the value. So it's like overthinking it or over analyzing it is actually putting a damper on the harvest and the abundance that you could be manifesting and developing. So things will get easier. Your journey will become easier. But they're showing me a key, and I'm hearing the key will be given to you at the right time. So you may not have the full key yet. And they kind of want to say that they understand this could be a bit of a frustrating time for some of you, because maybe you kind of want that key, or you want the solution, you want the answer. But they really do know you so well, and everything is in perfect alignment. So in the meantime, just enjoy where you are. Just enjoy the journey, enjoy the present moment. And then lastly, they just want to say, if you ever need more answers, or if you ever need, even like I'm getting, maybe like before you go to sleep, you can ask for like healing energy or messages to be shown to you. Something to where whatever you need, all you have to do is really ask and tune in. It's always available, and they're always available here to help you, to guide you, to show you certain things. But you do have to open up to that world, kind of open up to that reality of trusting in that. Okay, So I will leave it here, group number 3, and I want to thank this spirit for coming through today and delivering these messages to us. So if you did enjoy the reading, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will talk to you all in the next reading. Take care and lots of love.